Oh man, right as he comes on, the cop sirens go away. That was gonna be fun. Can't pay for content like that.
So we do we get the intro?
Well, I'm working on the intro. Hold on. I have to.
The people need what the people need, John.
Yeah, man.
Well, I mean, they get it anyway.
Yeah, they get it anyway. This is actually.
I want it. This isn't for them. This is all for us.
All right.
All right, the siren's already getting annoying.
They're coming for you, John.
Shut up.
I can mute my thing.
Don't. How about you just move inside? I feel like
no,
it's very
dude,
simple
it's so
process.
beautiful out.
I know, but I feel like you can take an hour and just say, "Hey, I'm gonna look through a window for a little bit," and you're portable too.
I don't know, dude. I'm already set up out here. I got my mouse and my charger and my microphone.
You don't.
They're gone. They're gone.
You don't sacrifice very much for this podcast, do you?
No, he doesn't
except
at all.
Except my time and my meme. I voluntarily gave that meme.
You voluntarily gave that meme and only got 60 upvotes.
How's mine doing? Crushing it?
Doing just terrible, Cooper. You're doing so bad.
What?
Oh man.
Cooper does not speak to the people at all.
No.
The people are like, what?
All right, hold on.
All the little kids. That's what they're like. They like Jacob's clouds and pictures and.
Hey, dude, 60 upvotes is pretty good. I don't think John's ever got 60 upvotes.
I gotten 500.
Oh.
Well, John didn't post it yet because I think John's kind of cheating by posting it last.
No, here's the real thing is that it actually drives me insane that y'all couldn't at least just upvote 5 different things on Reddit so you could allow the post feature. Come on,
dude,
fellas.
It's 50 comment. You gotta comment, dude.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Welcome to the Fly You Fools podcast, the podcast that talks a little about J.R.R. Tolkien and his work and a lot about everything else. Enjoy this time with your fellow fools, Tibs K, Jacob and Cooper. Thank you for listening.
Fuck yeah.
That was epic. Let's just call it right there.
Right, dude? I figured out how to do that. And I was like, yes. Because we've been looking for doing that. And now I want to see if there's a soundboard. Because it's just a bot, like the same way Craig is in Discord.
Yeah.
And now I want to see if there's a soundboard one. Because I feel like there has to be. It's like a voice chat thing. You know what I mean?
Oh, like a really quality one?
Maybe. I mean, I'd pay money. I just did, even though it was 75% off.
We could just pay that guy to do it every time.
Mm-mm. No, I can't.
Don't you have a job, John?
I do. Dude, Casual just texted me to visit towns in Animal Crossing.
To visit where?
Towns in Animal Crossing. It's a game that a lot of cool kids are playing these days.
You guys are nerds. You guys are...
What?
Yeah, man. Playing like... You know, playing like Risk of Rain is one thing, but playing Animal Crossing, that's a whole nother.
Mm-hmm.
That's a whole other can of
Why don't
nerd,
you go
dude.
suck on your milk bottle and wear your diaper?
I'll have you know, Cooper, that I'm drinking a refreshing iced latte right now.
And an iced latte?
That is my milk bottle.
Dude, it's like 7:15.
Dude, you're gonna be up all night.
Yeah, what are you thinking, man?
You idiot.
No, dude, this is basically a dessert.
You fucking idiot, dude.
John, dude, you need to get your life together.
Guys, I think I'm the only one here who actually has a job right now.
I have a job.
Well,
actually, I feel like Cooper doesn't have a job.
I do have a job though.
Really?
Yeah. He's not laying us off or anything.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, it is good.
You got pretty lucky, I feel like.
I know. I
got
got very
lucky.
lucky.
Also has to do is finish his food, man.
Oh yeah.
Really good. Just.
Oh man, but no. Yeah. So screw off, Jacob.
Yeah, screw off, Jacob.
What?
Don't pick on me for playing Animal Crossing. I'm doing.
I don't know, dude. That's pretty lame, bro.
It's not, dude. The Switch is impossible to get right now because so many people are wanting to play it.
Really?
It's actually it's a big problem. If you look up online, there's like a huge uptake in demand and shortage in supply because of some sort of virus thing.
Is that because there's only like 15 people who play the Switch at first? So it went up to like 20.
It has sold more than the Nintendo Wii, which is pretty.
Oh wow.
it sold 3.
Yeah.
Well, if you guys knew anything about video games, you'd know that the Nintendo Wii is the second highest selling console, or no, third. I think it is. After PS2 is first, or PS2 is second, and then the DS is number 1.
John, I think I know something about video games.
Cooper, you know nothing about video games, and Jacob, neither
Well,
do you.
Need I bring up the great Pokemon battle of 2006?
Yes, I think it's time to bring that up.
That might all right. So that might be true, but and you might have beaten me, but that's just a Pokemon. That has nothing to do with video game console sales, and more to prove my point even more, that was on Nintendo DS. Boom.
No, I think it was.
Boom.
I think I had an SP. It doesn't prove your point.
Yeah, it was an
Boom.
SP. We were playing on SP, if I remember correctly.
It was not SP, man.
It was fire red. It could have been on the DS or the SP, to be
honest.
honest.
It was 100% on DS. I remember because we didn't use the wireless things. DS,
right? We used a cord
or like the other thing. No, we didn't use a cord. It was all wireless, bro.
No, I think we used a cord because I have a cord.
It was Diamond and Pearl. Diamond and Pearl only came out on DS.
No, I wasn't Diamond and Pearl because you used a step because you used a 60 Sceptile and I flamethrowed him and Sceptile wasn't in Diamond and Pearl. Boom.
Yeah, he was. You could transfer in.
Dude. Sorry, brother. You just got fucked.
No, stop. I stole that.
Because I had a golem, dude. Because I had a golem and I used flamethrower and you switched it. And then on one hit KO'd your Sceptile.
But it's not, that has nothing to do with the game. The game, I stole Stefan Fard's favorite Sceptile.
No, dude. I'm sorry, but this battle was before Pearl and Diamond even came out. I'm 100% positive.
It wasn't. I think you guys need to start from the beginning here and let the audience know what happened.
Okay.
So we were at your birthday party, Cooper?
Yeah, it was my house. I can't remember. It might have been a birthday party.
How old were you turning? Because that would really be able to perfectly allow this to shape.
It had to have been late elementary or early middle school, like 7th grade, 6th or 7th grade. Honestly.
I think it was 6th or 7th grade. All right, so let's assume 6th and 7th grade. What year was it when we were in 6th and 7th grade? Because I cannot do that math.
Like 2007 and 2008, maybe 2009, maybe 2009. But I didn't even get Diamond and Pearl until like years later. I'm 100% positive.
Yeah, it was not that.
It wasn't
100% that.
No, it wasn't, dude.
Yeah, it was 150%. You guys just not even talking, man.
Dude, I wasn't there, but I know.
Dude, all right, so in 2006, Japan began the first generation of the franchise with Diamond and Pearl in 2006, and then in 2007, they were released Pokemon Platinum, the director's cut version. And I know that's the exact same time frame.
And dude, that doesn't prove anything though.
That you were playing that one.
Just because it was released doesn't mean anything.
It means something to me because I only play the newest Pokemon games.
Yeah, but the thing is, I know I wouldn't have done that. I wouldn't have played you in those games because I knew you would have an advantage. I would only play you in the games that I know.
And
dude, I am right.
That's the whole reason this story works out, Cooper, is because you shouldn't have had the advantage. Because everything about this was you joking around and not taking this seriously at all, and you still beat me. That is the whole point behind this story. And the only reason that happened was because we were playing Diamond and Pearl.
No, it wasn't.
Like, I haven't even played Pokemon for so long. It's a game for kids. I remember. This is
dude. No, dude. No.
I thought it was Fire Red and Leaf Green.
It was.
Jacob, you weren't there. Stop agreeing with him.
It was.
It was not.
I wouldn't have ever played him in Diamond and Pearl. I hate those ones.
All right. But, dude, no, man.
Okay, regardless. The
Fire Red and Leaf Green came out in 2002 and was played on the Game Boy SP.
Dude, I still play them today. It doesn't mean anything when they came out.
Dude, oh my God, it was so on the Nintendo DS. JT would know. I'm asking JT.
It could have been on the Nintendo DS. I'm not denying what console because you can play advanced games on the DS.
But JT will know. JT will.
All right. Well, anyway, basically, no,
tell the story, Cooper.
All right.
Gloat.
We played. I can't remember if it was
Diamond and Pearl.
3 Pokemon or 6. I believe it was a full 6 roster. And essentially, like, I'm pretty good at predicting moves. And, John's not. But so I was making quick work of this match. And basically the reason the story is so memorable is because we agreed on level 50s, and then John cheated and pulled out a level 60, and it was I can't remember what his name. It's the third evolution of the green Pokemon. It's Sceptile. Is that maybe?
That works. Yeah.
And so he had a water Pokemon out, or I can't remember what he had out. And I had a Golem, and I knew I would get him because I knew he would switch to a grass. So I did Flamethrower. And so I choose Flamethrower. He switches Pokemon, and then he subs in a grass Pokemon, and then I get a critical hit on the first move, and I kill his level 60 in one fell swoop. And then that's it. That's it.
It was level 67 too. It was like upper 60s. I remember that day very well, Cooper.
And you got to understand, at this point in time, John's whole identity was gamer.
Dude,
I don't know what you're talking about at this point in time. I'm still out here gaming daily.
But then it was critical to your identity.
Yeah.
I think it was a crushing defeat.
It was. Yeah. I mean, I remember it very, very clearly, and I also remember it not being on Fire Red and Leaf Green.
No, I mean it was. It just objectively was.
Actually wasn't.
It really.
It wasn't like every. You're just not making. There's no evidence. There's no evidence to point to that.
Well, I know I had a Golem and you had a Sceptile, and you wouldn't have had the original green starter for. Oh, you know what? I think we're both wrong because you had a Sceptile. It must have been Emerald.
No, the whole point was I transferred it. It was a Sceptile named Speedy, and I stole it from Stefan Fard, and he transferred it because he originally had it in his version of Pokemon Ruby, and he trained with it for a really long time, and then I took his Ruby game, stick it into my thing.
You stole parts.
Damn, that's cruel, dude.
Huh? Well, he stole one of my Pokemon first, so it was...
Oh, I kind of vaguely remember that whole story.
And I stole it from him, and his name was Speedy, and that's why I whipped him out, because I was like, this is Fard's Sceptile, and then you bonked him, and I lost. I remember it very clearly, but there was only a one-way migration path through Ruby into Diamond, and I don't even think you could go back and forth between Ruby and Fire Red. I'm trying to figure out that.
No, it wasn't Fire Red, but the thing is, you were in Ruby, and I had Emerald. That's what it was. You didn't transfer it up. You just transferred it horizontal.
I wouldn't be playing old video games, especially an old Pokemon game, in 2006, right after Diamond and Pearl came out. I just wouldn't.
You would if I challenged you.
For the duel, yeah.
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't have it with me.
You knew it was coming, though. We established it beforehand because we had been talking shit for some time.
I don't think this. I think it's in Diamond. I think you're wrong. I think it was on DS, Fire Red, and
I'll concede that it was on Emerald or Ruby, but it definitely wasn't on Diamond. I wouldn't have played the DS games.
If you're saying it's on Emerald or Ruby, it's just, no, there's just no way.
Did you even have the DS? Cooper?
I had my brothers at a certain point. I might have had it at this point, but I know because I didn't get Diamond until sophomore year. I mean, I'm just 100% positive because I remember I got it when I had my eye injury.
But so I don't think this was your what's it called? I don't think this was your game. Like the whole point was like,
man. That you're definitely wrong.
Okay.
It was. Yeah, because I got it when I had my eye injury. I remember I got back into Pokemon.
Here's the thing. I never got a DS because at that point I was too busy playing sports and being cool. So, you know.
Hey, Jacob, remember that? Remember our lacrosse team?
Yeah.
Remember that game that we were finally going to win because you scored a couple goals and then you left at halftime? It was like 5-0 and then you left and then we lost like 15-5.
Yeah, I do remember that. Oh, that was so funny. I was like, all right, guys, I have to go, but we're winning and we should win this game.
It was so bad.
I hear from Cooper the next day at school, like, oh yeah, we lost 15-5. And then another time, John, we were playing.
No.
And Cooper had the ball right in front of the net. No defenders. He's one-on-one with the goalie. And Cooper shoots it. And like we had learned like the whole time, like bounce shots are the way to play. Like you should always do it for the bounce shot. And Cooper bounces it so hard, he throws it like straight down. It bounces right over the net. I remember afterwards, I look at Cooper and I was like, dude, come on. Like,
that was the very first game, too.
your one chance to score bounced right over the net.
I know, man. It's bad. I still remember that, too. It was terrible.
It was like, you bounced it way too hard.
There wasn't even a goalie in the net. It was a wide open net.
It was wide open. Just totally blew it. Like, it was like, oh, come on, dude.
Lacrosse wasn't exactly my sport.
Yeah, that's funny. John, what was your sport?
Nothing, Jacob. My sport was absolutely nothing. Sports.
No, you were pretty good at
soccer. I was a good goalie, and that was about it.
You're pretty good at skipping swim practice.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I've always been good at skipping things. This is true. Oh man, swim practice. God, I hated that. It was baffling to me. I was like, this doesn't make any sense. Why am I waking up in the morning during summer? I don't have to do this. And I just grinded my gears so much. Oh, I hate it. I was like, this is not school time. But then I realized the entire thing was like keeping an active schedule. But I just couldn't even see that as a kid.
Yeah.
Hindsight's 2020.
Yeah. Have you been keeping
John.
active?
Yeah, go.
I was just gonna say, if this thing lasts, this quarantine lasts like a few more months, it may have to get World of Warcraft.
Dude, I mean, I'm kind of already there to pull the trigger. Because this is just what it is now. It's like games right now are what everyone's turning to. I mean, half the reason like why Animal Crossing and all this stuff is selling really a lot is because like if I'm talking like how do I hang out with Trip or like I mean Trip's a bad example, but like I can't hang out with my friends from who I could just go over to their house who live 5 minutes down the street. Like that's weird now. So now it's like especially Animal Crossing where you're like, oh, I can fish together. Like I don't know, it's fun. But yes, let's get World of Warcraft.
Is that game fun though? Do you get to kill things or not?
No, you got it's surprisingly addictive. I can't explain it to you. So you just set up like a little house like on this island, but it's like really hard to get like furniture. And there's a museum that wants all of these like donations of fishing and bugs and all this stuff like that.
I'm not gonna donate.
Oh my god!
But no, and so you donate it like you collect them all. It's kind of like you go around just catching all these things, but fish. There's like certain fish that only come out like when it's raining and when it's nighttime or like at certain points in the day or certain seasons, and it syncs all with real time. So like it's not a game you sit down and play like 5 hours for, but if it's like raining outside, you can be like, oh, I can catch fish today and log in and then say to Trip like, yo, you want to go fish in Animal Crossing? And be a bit like, yeah. And you guys can go technically fish and talk over the phone, and he can be like, hey, I got a sturgeon, and then I can be like, hey, I got a sea bass, and mine's bigger than your sturgeon. It's fun. Why not? You know? No?
Huh.
I don't know, man. I mean, I don't need to justify this. I like it. It's fun. Yeah. I do enough fishing in real life. I'm actually thinking about getting another rod. Just so like or like a one that I can like because you know when you see those like I love my favorite type of fish to eat is catfish, so I really want to catch it, but I've only caught a catfish like twice. And so I want to get like a bunch of bell rig systems and set them all up and then just have them sit there and like just go to the river, throw them all out, sit there, chillax for an hour, hopefully get a couple bites and then bring them back. So I'm looking into all these like bells and all this stuff.
Don't you have to like stick your arm in a hole or something?
No.
Oh
dude,
yeah.
I would want to go noodling so bad. Like
that seems like the way to do it.
When this thing clears up, Cooper, you want to look into? I mean, we can all look into doing this.
Let's
There's got to be some place. I mean, Jacob, you probably have to come down here. But like in Virginia, there's got to be some back hole noodling place. I'd love that.
You think are there catfish in the Potomac?
I mean, yeah, there's technically catfish in the Potomac, but the James is bigger catfish and better catfish.
Yeah, we should recreate. We should do another canoe one.
Dude, I'm down, man.
Yeah, 100%. That was fun.
Yeah,
so much fun. Did I tell you I did it again with my fraternity brothers?
Oh yeah, how'd that go?
And they hit rapids and just ate it so bad. They went perpendicular, like, and they were, you know, the rapids we went on, like they weren't anything.
That was nothing.
Like, the only way it could end poorly is if you hit it horizontally.
Yeah, that's the only way.
They 100% hit it horizontally. Fell like rained beer everywhere. Yeah, it was not a good thing. And then
That would have like ruined a lot.
Yeah, all your shit
man.
gets wet.
All the shit was wet. It was just not. I mean, it's all in dry bags.
Yeah.
So it's all like I know, but at the same time, it's weird. So
it's kind of fun though.
Yeah, no, I mean it was fun, and then so we didn't like all of our beer, like a bunch of beers got poured out and all that stuff, and so we went down the river and we when we went to the campsite where that campsite was, there was another family like 2 places down, and we were like, hey, this is weird, but do you guys have any beer? And they were like, what? No. And I was like, well, do you know where the store is? So we can go get beer? And they're like, I mean, shit, yeah, there's a store down the road. If you want, we can drive you. And we were like, yeah. And so we played beer pong with these people that we just met on the side that drove us into the thing. And we bought like a bunch of beer, a nicer beer too. Instead of
it was a family?
The parents were there, and then it was a son and apparently his girlfriend, and they were just hanging out. And I was like, well, I mean, we're just sitting around a fire drinking, like, and you guys were nice enough to help us get beer, so if you want to come over and play some pong or whatever. And so we did that. It was so weird. It's one of the weirdest things I've ever done in my entire life, and I was the entire one pushing for it. I was like, I'll just go and ask him.
Yeah, might as well.
Why not?
Although admittedly, if I was camping
if it was
and there was a
reversed,
frat next to me, I would be so mad.
Yeah.
We were not next to each other. We were like 2 or 3 plots down.
Yeah, those plots are pretty spread out too.
Yeah. And like, because we were just on the way up the road, because I was like, there's gotta be a road that I can just follow for some amount of time and get to, you know what I mean? I wasn't thinking straight already. But but yeah, it ended up being a great trip. And my friend got his leg cut nice on the rocks when he capsized.
That's funny.
It was cool. Yeah, it was rad.
Hey Jacob, do you remember when we camped next to Jay?
I do remember. I how can I forget Jay?
Why don't you tell the story for the audience?
Sure. So me and Cooper go camping one time.
And a few others.
In wild, wonderful West Virginia. And we were at this public campsite, and at about 7:30 at night, the sun's starting to go down. This nice man and his woman get dropped off by a rundown minivan. And this guy gets out with, I think he had like a blow-up air mattress, a couple of 40s, and that was about it. And and he walks by us, past our campsite, and these campsites are pretty close together, much closer than you want to be. And this guy like sets up his air mattress or whatever, starts drinking a few beers, and of course he comes over and starts talking to me and Cooper and a couple other friends. And he's not wearing a shirt. He's slurring his words, and he informs us that he just got out of prison, and his name is Jay. And he's very intoxicated, and he really wants to be friends with us. And he starts eyeing us all down, and he calls me and somebody else skinny, but he likes Cooper because Cooper has big biceps. So he starts calling Cooper Hawk.
Oh my god! How have I never heard this before?
Yeah,
wrestle. And then he's convinced that he can beat Hawk in an arm wrestling match. And eventually, of course, they have an arm wrestling match.
Oh.
If I remember correctly, Cooper thrashes Jay because he's a drunk lunatic. And then we're pretty weirded out at this point by this man.
That's the creepiest thing.
It's pretty creepy. And then his woman comes by a little bit, and she's like rubbing up on him, like smoking cigarettes. And then
how old were you guys?
This was like our senior year of college, so not that long ago.
Oh my gosh.
And we're kind of like, okay, like what's this guy gonna do? And then his woman like disappeared for a while, like an hour or so. And then Jay was kind of looking for her, and he's like, where'd she go? Like asking us. And we're like, I don't know where your woman went to. He keeps calling her as a woman. And then eventually she came back out of nowhere. I think she was going to like shoot up or something.
I can't believe I've never heard this.
And then he goes and he's like, yeah, I got my air mattress over there. He's like, we're like, what happens if like he had no tent? We're like, what if it rains? He's like, I don't care, man. I'll sleep in the rain. I used to sleep in the rain all the time as a kid. I slept in the rain a dozen times. And then he was telling us another story about, and then he goes, I've lived here all my life. Like, this is my home. This is my tent. This is my town. This is my country or whatever. And then we're like, and then we ask him like, oh, like, what's that railroad track over there? Like, he was like, oh yeah, that's the railroad track. It's like train only comes through there like once a month or something. We're like, okay. And then since we were there, the train's already come through like 4 times. So Jay's clearly a liar.
Dude, and he told the story of his dad like throwing him in a river.
Yeah. He told us this story about how his dad like threw him in the river as a kid and his brother and like tried to drown him or some shit. It was really strange.
It sounds like
dude,
he's had a tough ride.
And John, Jay will not leave us.
Yeah, like, he won't leave our campsite.
We're having fires, and he'll come over and start talking for like 35 minutes at a time.
Just about nothing. About nothing.
Dude, I hate that so much.
All night, dude. All night, you could hear them banging.
Yeah, it was so weird, dude.
Oh man,
it was like a family. There was a family like right next to them too.
It was actually pretty scary, honestly.
It was kind of scary.
Dylan was sleeping in a hammock that night, and he was like sleeping closest to them, and he said he like couldn't sleep. He was too scared to sleep. It was great.
And this was like a year ago?
Yeah, it's like 2 years ago.
That's and then wonderful.
And like all through the night, you could like hear Jay like wake up periodically and just like cough.
Oh, that's nice.
Loudly and like.
What a nice guy.
It was fucking strange.
Yeah, it was weird.
All right, and by the way, Cooper, wait, hold on. Cooper, are your headphones in?
Yeah, no.
put it or not.
All right, well, put them in because I have some news for you.
All right, fine.
You gotta put them in, dude.
Well, Jacob,
you didn't even notice, dude. I've been doing this for like 4 episodes.
Dude, I noticed. I'm noticing.
I know, but like right now, I could hear it. I think before I couldn't.
Before I couldn't, but now I can.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Wow, so much better. Just beautiful. But no.
Wait,
okay.
no, it's still not in my headphones though.
Yeah, it's still here.
Wait, hold on. Yeah, I can hear myself through my headphones, but you guys are coming with my speakers, so I got to change that.
Dude, we can play the intro again. Let's do that. Look at that.
Okay, wait. It's
not just to take up time.
Okay, now we're good. Yep.
Good. I think so. Yeah. All right.
Okay, perfect. But no. So that was the night. So this is what happened the night of the gaming thing. Was that I was in the process of taking the Speedy from Hoenn and transferring it into my Pokemon game, and you had your Fire Emblem or your Fire Red there, and we did play and we battled in the Game Boy games, the Game Boy versions of the games through our DSs, because the DS you didn't have to have that thing anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And then that's why, is because that night you were right. We were playing through Fire Emblem because I was about to transfer it over because I had just gotten Diamond and brought it over there thinking I was cool. And that's when I was going to transfer it over. And that's why I was like, yeah, let's do it. Because that's also why we agreed on what type of Pokemon to have. And I remember being like, yeah, but my main Pokemon are in my fucking like bigger version. Like the new one. Like that's my real team. And then you're like, nah, and you rolled me. I remember. So you
right.
It's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, well, you're a big man for admitting that.
Yeah, John, that takes a lot.
That takes a lot.
Well, I mean, because I remembered that night and I was thinking to myself, I was like, I was playing on my DS and I played Platinum that night because I dug in the underground. It's a very good night for me, all things considered. I had a lot of fun that time. I believe we would just dick around with shaving cream for I just
Oh yeah.
we made pizza rolls at
With
like
shaving
12
cream.
and just thought we were smart. Like we were like, oh,
I feel like I wasn't here for this one.
guys. No, you weren't. You
No, I
were
wasn't
doing
here for that
something
one.
cool though. Something
know.
fun. I don't know. I can't remember. I always wanted to go and hang or I always wanted to go to Hugh's birthday parties. And remember, I never was able to go, and I always wanted to go. I remember that kid, that crazy Australian boy.
He was pretty crazy. One time, he threw a rake at this other kid. We were down at the creek, me and him hanging out, and some kid came from his house from across the creek, the other side of the creek.
Oh, so you already know that's problems. If
that's
someone
shows
up on like the other side of something,
exactly. Big problem. Hugh was not happy about it. And he threw this rake at this kid, and the kid ran away and then like got his parents, and me and Hugh hid in the bushes, and then his dad came down and was like all mad, but we watched him. It was really fun.
That's
I can't remember what the kid was, but he was in GT, Cooper. I can't remember his name though.
Oh, dude, fuck
but he
him.
He was in GT.
Oh, that's a natural. Of course, you hate
a natural enemy. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know that we knew.
And that's like a double enemy, like GT, and then also
across the creek. Yeah.
Isn't that so great? How humans just hate other humans if they come from a different place.
Yeah, they're in a different class.
Oh yeah, I mean, if there's any sort of barrier, it's like I hate the people on the other side. I mean, the thing about how many like friends and like good people that I knew who went to like McLean High School that I hate McLean High School.
You hate them.
You know what I mean? I hate it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Islanders.
irrational.
Yeah.
Hey, that's what's got us. That's what's got us to 2020.
Oh, but speaking of this stuff, let's talk about a little about the memes, boys.
Okay.
Let's bring it around to Lord of the Rings. Not that we've talked at all. So LOT, I can just look at my posting accounts.
Yeah.
My profile. So Cooper, yours is sitting at 6.
6? But a few comments too, right?
No, with one comment from
What's
you.
What's the comment say?
From you.
I don't know if that was me. I doubt it.
It said great content. Author is fantastic. And the name is CBESOUG.
Wait, another guy actually commented on it too, though.
No, and that's my thing is that another guy commented and really liked it and said, "I've never related to something more." And he's like a legit human being. Like this guy actually did relate very much to the meme.
Mm-hmm. It's funny. It's a good meme, but
it is a good meme, but people just don't get it on there.
Right.
It's not the right.
No,
so I'm at 60. What do you have then, John?
You know what I mean?
But you,
Jacob, you're cutting out. Oh, I cut out. Maybe we all cut out. But no, it doesn't matter. How
many upvotes did you get, John?
Mine isn't posted because this is technically my competition.
What?
This is the competition to see who gets to pick the next book. Remember?
Wait,
how this all started?
Yeah.
But you have to post one too, John.
Yeah, but I don't get to pick the next book because I already picked Lord of the Rings. When we all sat down back in February or January.
John, are you scared to lose?
No, I'm not. I mean, I'm gonna wipe the floor with you. I
think he's scared.
No. Oh my gosh, I'm just not.
Oh.
I have my fire. I'll post it. I don't care.
It sounds like you're a little scared to lose, John.
I have memes locked in. So
I thought this was a competition amongst all of us. That's what I thought.
Well, you actually did think wrong, but whatever.
Yeah, it was. You kept on asking me about mine, and I was like, what? But no. So what were the books that you picked again, Cooper? You picked a good one. You both picked great books.
I picked Dune.
Oh yeah, you picked Dune. All right, so Cooper, looks like we're not reading Dune.
Yeah.
Jacob, what'd you pick?
I picked
It was something like.
It was by what's his name?
I know what you picked. I'm just not gonna say it.
Yeah, because
I'll remember it though, Cooper. Might as well just get it over with.
I don't think you will, man.
I think make you struggle.
None of us remember it.
It was by the guy that wrote Cat's Cradle, by Kurt Vonnegut. It's
Fuck.
I'm gonna remember it, dude.
I want to say it was like Fahrenheit 911 or something like that.
No, it's almost that.
It is almost that. That was a good guess.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
There is a name and a number.
We'll figure it out.
No, we got to get it now. The
Uh,
listeners
John,
have to know which
This is
chapters
great.
to read for next week.
That's right.
Jacob, rack your brain.
Kurt Vonnegut. I could just Google it.
Yeah, why not? Why not just do that?
I kind of remember it. What was it called?
Okay, I'll give you a hint. Your hint is the movie Saw.
Slaughterhouse 5.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there we go. Yeah,
That's what we're reading. That's a good book.
Slaughterhouse 5. All right. Well, Cooper hates this book, so that should be fun.
Apparently, Cooper does.
Agreed.
Why? So before let's do a little preface. What is this book about, and why do you hate it so much, Cooper?
I don't know what it's about, but I hate the author because I read like a chapter of one of his books once, and I thought, he seems like he thinks he's really smart and like his writing is genius, but it's just not.
Okay.
So I see because I've
He's
read
an
a
arrogant author.
Because I'm very
Well, Jacob's
you know.
very arrogant, so you know.
no, I'm very what's the right word? I'm
Roasted.
very humble and well read,
Yeah.
and so
So fucking humble.
and
the
so I
humblest
would
guy
say
I
that
know.
it's complicated, Cooper. And I know you haven't read many books, so maybe it's hard for you to
Oh my god.
understand where this is going. But it's just actually amazing.
Cooper, did you
Okay.
read like a
Comes down
bunch of Russian literature?
Yeah, I did. I went through a phase.
A Russian literature phase?
Yeah.
No one goes through a Russian literature phase.
Yeah, I don't know
can,
why.
I can
but...
hear you going through a phase of your plate right now, bro.
Yeah, it's good.
Really scraping it.
Scraping that rice up.
I'm holding the mic right up to it now.
Oh, that's not fun.
Okay, well, anyway, how do we get this book though? So Jacob, you're buying it for us?
No, I thought we were just gonna pirate it offline, or I mean,
obviously,
find it responsibly online.
Obviously, use our Audible subscriptions to purchase discounted audiobooks, Cooper.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah, obviously. Yo, you know what's crazy though?
They also sponsor us too, so they'll probably look it up.
Yeah,
Yes.
this is brought to you by Audible.
Yes. And Philip Morris cigarettes. Yeah, that's smooth.
You know, it's so stupid. It's like literally like in the past, like just because of the Corvid case thing, I've been wanting to buy a pipe so that I can like sit outside on nights, like in the porch and smoke a pipe.
That is pretty cool.
The stupidest
That is
thing in the
actually
world
pretty
to do
cool.
right now.
Yeah.
Why?
You know,
Kinda.
it's
bad
like
for your
compromising
lungs.
your lung health, and like I already got that, and I don't even really like smoking cigarettes. Like there'd be no reason for me to do it other than the aesthetic.
Just to pick up smoking.
Yeah.
But the aesthetic is pretty good though.
It's a great
It's really
aesthetic,
good.
and it's honestly such a good aesthetic. And I'm halfway there. Like I have a seersucker jacket and everything. I could just sit
Dude,
out
it's
there
worth it.
and
you-
look out.
You kind of
John,
like
even
live
if-
on a plantation too.
I
Yeah.
know it's like a whole vibe thing, man.
You just
And,
need
like-
somebody there to watch you do it.
Yeah, I
You
know. I need someone there to
crowd.
take pictures of it, but like normally.
Well,
Like, I could be doing it nonchalant.
John,
Like,
what you actually need is
No.
well, you know,
no,
to watch.
No. Oh my god.
I don't get it. What's this going, Cooper?
Other
Spell it out
people
for me.
working for him.
No. Stop it.
I'm kidding.
And these people will be working for a decent wage.
Yeah. They'll be fairly compensated.
Yeah. And
Out
they'll
of
have-
Great Falls, Virginia.
Yeah. For sure. Because, Virginia has a great history with that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Right.
Hey, you guys know that they changed the tobacco age to 21?
Yeah, dude. Where have you been?
I just realized that. I'm like, what?
Not buying jewels, I take it.
That's pretty crazy, huh?
No, I mean, what's funny though? Not for the military.
Oh, really? If you're
Military
ID,
ID
you're set.
if you're 18.
They're just like,
he's like, smoke up, Sonny.
Yeah, I don't understand the logic. So they push it back to 21 for health concerns, but they're just like, you need this. But reality is obviously because the military people buy a ton of cigarettes and they don't want to hurt the industry that bad. But like that doesn't.
No, I mean, and here's something I'd also. Depending on what you're doing, if you're like a young Marines recruit, you can basically drink until like when you're 18. Like if you join the Marines when you're 18, I have a hard time imagining you have like you're not surrounded by alcohol. Like because they want you to get fucked up, man. The Army, they want to keep you nice and happy, and you know what I mean? Like there's special military brands of like really cheap vodka and whiskey and all that stuff. I'm talking like $13 handles. And they're only made and distributed on military bases.
It's almost as cheap as Burnett's.
No, it's cheaper than Burnett's. They make sure it is. They make they literally because they always want their soldiers to have a steady supply of booze. It's like a big thing.
That's really pretty thoughtful when you think about it.
It is.
No, it's like a tactical thing. It's like grog back on ships and stuff like that. Like if you were a good captain, you would just always keep the people like hammered off like rum and grog shit like that because. I'm on a boat with 60 other guys for 6 months. People are dying left and right from flu. You know what I mean? I need to be getting my grog on.
What is grog?
What is grog?
It's literally just water with a bunch of alcohol in, so it's safe to drink, but it's like also pretty intoxicating.
Oh, nice. Sounds like beer.
Yeah, I mean it's like that, but with like still like just like literally just alcohol. A mixed drink of like grain alcohol, like shitty rum, just dumped in.
We gotta get some grog for our next episode.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, so one of my favorite cooking channels is this man called Townsend, who does he lives in Virginia and he does reenactments of like 17th century cooking, and he has a grog episode, and that's how I know so much about it was because he was like. This is how you make grog, because I get all the people asking me for this, and the real answer is you buy some Caribbean rum and water it down to the point where you can drink it like awful tasting water. And that's it. That's grog.
I just like the name grog.
It's a good name, grog.
I would just
like a good name for a dog or
a grog.
That's
actually a good idea, man.
I feel like if you drink it out of a like an old rusty can. Then it will fit.
Yeah,
really well.
I was thinking like a leather flask, like a bladder.
I'm thinking of a jug.
A jug,
like
a jug makes more sense.
Dark jug.
I was thinking of like a can with like very jagged edges where you cut your mouth on it.
That's.
Is it worth it?
No. Why do I drink from this?
No, okay.
All right, so I'm about to post my video my meme with the title "I love hibachi."
What is your meme? Can you show it to us?
I'll link it in the chat.
It's in the chat above, Cooper.
Yeah, I think it's
gosh,
in there.
Darn it.
John's is pretty good.
You know what's kind of funny?
I feel like yours is nice and short, John. It's just like it's quick.
Yeah, and it's instantly unattainable, and it has a little hobbits thing that's also hidden down.
Yeah,
and that's like fun.
So it's Gandalf putting fire in between the hobbits and the wolves.
Yeah, which he does twice, both in both books. Remember?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
But no, I mean I don't know.
Cooper doesn't like it.
No, it's actually it's. Clearly, my taste just isn't what Reddit's looking for. So
God, mine was so good though. I can't believe I didn't get more.
Dude, I don't know.
I thought yours was. Again, like I said, I thought yours had like the makings of front page on. Because
I'm gonna repost mine in like a few days.
Dude. If it's I just can't do it because
I'll do it.
If people see the same account name coming up like with the same things, but if they see you just reposting it, they'll probably be like, "Oh, wow, they're actually reposting it." So that's what we want.
Dude, what would be funnier, I think, is if you replaced Boromir with Frodo. And then instead of I see us saving Gondor, I see us destroying the ring, but then everything else is the same.
But then he wants the ring?
Yeah, because at the end, Frodo does want the ring.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's
He's worried
actually pretty
about
good, too.
Well, there you go, man. Look at us just.
Yeah, maybe I'll try that.
I posted mine saying I love hibachi. That's a smart enough title to think people click on it, being like, "What?"
All right, so here's the thing: if John's gets less upvotes than mine, he has to gain 10 pounds.
No.
Oh, that's good. All right, deal.
If John's gets more upvotes than mine, nothing happens because
he gets to gain 10 pounds.
God damn. All right. But okay, so how many chapters of the Slaughterhouse-Five thing?
Oh, I guess it's up to me now,
huh? No, we should.
I guess I'm kind of the ringleader.
Yeah,
not
really.
Not at all, because you don't do anything. I will be amazed if you read. I will
read.
You better read.
You won't. No, you won't. Right now, I'll say you are not reading. I would love to believe you, but I've been hurt before, Jacob.
I will. Let's do 3 chapters.
Last time you did this, you read it like the entire Lord of the Rings just in 2 days, and you're like, "Yeah, I'm done." I was like, "God damn
it!" Let's do 3 chapters.
Wait, hold on. Oh, sorry.
Chapters, because I mean, yeah, it's a short book though, right?
Well, I don't know.
It is pretty short.
There's only 10 chapters.
Okay, then let's do 2.
Okay, I mean, but let me see how many pages are in this.
What, John? You afraid it's too many?
No, I think
you afraid of a few pages, huh?
I think 2 chapters is gonna be like 5 minutes of reading, and I want to really exercise my brain here and make it hard for Jacob to actually keep up. That's what I'm really going for here.
Okay, so guys, can we talk about my movie idea that I had a dream of?
Yeah, man. If you want.
Yeah, I guess we can. Let's hear it.
Hold on. So it takes the average reader 3 hours and 25 minutes to read this book.
Whoa.
Really?
So this is short.
Yeah, this book is incredible. It's 288.
Oh, this is good. I picked a good book then. This is nice.
But what I'm saying is we're gonna have to do. Yeah, I'm comfortable with doing 4 or 5 chapters. Just reading 2 halves.
All right.
I mean, 4 is a silly number because then we finish with what 2 chapters? All right,
let's do 5 then.
Cooper, can you handle that?
I gotta read 150 pages.
I feel like.
All right, let's do 3. Let's do 3.
If you did it on audiobook, which we will provide, that's only an hour
from audible.com.
Yeah, from audible.com. That's only an hour of reading or whatever.
All right.
Yeah, like I mean, it'll be fine. You can read an hour.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah.
Like I mean, just driving places. How I read because especially now, I've been wanting to go on like drives now, but I'm like, who does that? Who just goes on a drive?
Just cruise around the back.
Wishful thinkers.
John, you can go hit the jump on
romantics.
No, I'm not gonna hit the jump.
John, go hit the jump on what's that road called?
It starts with a W.
What's it called back there, John?
I thought it was Riverbend.
Riverbend.
Yeah, I think it is Riverbend.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I drive up that hill like almost every day, and every day I think about you idiots flipping a car. So dumb. That's not even a good story to tell. That's just
that's just scary.
Yeah, it's just not like that's not even. There was just so many bad decisions across the board.
Yeah, we didn't tell that one.
Sorry, folks. Miss it out. It's a good story though. I gotta say,
it is
so good.
Pretty funny.
Not for publicly facing.
Yeah.
But no, it should be publicly facing. This movie idea. Cooper, do you want to walk us through that?
All right. So I had a dream. I had a dream that the Fourth Reich was coming back, and they were kidnapping Aryan-looking people, and they were kind of.
Reich.
Oh, okay. The Third Reich was rising.
Wait,
wasn't Hitler the Third Reich?
Yeah. So this is the Fourth Reich. This isn't Hitler. So this is future Hitler.
Yes, this is the Fourth Reich.
Gotcha.
And they were kidnapping Aryan-looking people, and they're kind of holding them prison, kind of with the intention, that they would have a lot of kids, and then they could create all these Aryans. That was really it. in my dream, but I think that would make a good movie.
Dude, again,
I thought that was interesting.
It's just a real thing that happened. That was like the Nazi breeding programs that happened during the Third Reich.
But this is the Fourth Reich.
Yeah, this is the fourth.
This is the realistic at all, John.
Yeah, this is now. And also, I forgot to mention though, the prison was floating. It was in like a giant blimp of some sort.
Floating in the sky.
That seems logistically unsound.
Kind of like the Avenger, like the Avengers.
Kind of steampunk. It's steampunk, is it?
Yeah. What kind of setting are we working? Paint us a picture.
We were all wearing uniforms that were like Star Trek uniforms.
So you were a Nazi.
Yeah. Cooper was at the front of this large crowd. And I don't know what I was mad about. Boy, was I mad.
I guess they thought I was Aryan looking enough to be one of theirs.
Enough.
Even though you're a Bolshevik.
That's true.
You're a Bolshevik, Cooper?
No, I'm not a Bolshevik, actually. I don't like the Bolsheviks.
What happened in
the Bolshevik Revolution?
Yeah, do you want to walk us through this course in Russian history?
Yeah.
So, no, actually, don't ruin it for me because I think I'm going to read Crime and Punishment, and I like to think that goes over everything I need to do, right?
Yeah, that'll only take you like 4 years.
No, bro. I mean, I'm trying to read it this year, man.
All right. I actually haven't read. That's one of the ones I haven't read.
I've been speeding through. I know one of my New Year's resolutions for you guys to just remember is to read all the books on the Hemingway list, and I got done.
Yeah.
I got done with Brothers Karamazov, which was like 70 hours of Audible, and then now I'm reading this one called The Buddenbrooks, which I actually really like, and that's 35, and I think I have like 10 hours left of that, and I'm moving on to I think Crime and Punishment because that's just the other long ass just chunk. Like that's just a book you gotta slug through at certain points, man.
Yeah, that
like,
War and Peace.
Yeah, and that's also on the list too. But I mean, even Brother Karamazov. Like, there were times some guy was, like, really just obsessing about it on Reddit the other day, and I was like, you're an idiot, man. Like, I get it. It's, like, a great book, but he's, like, I don't know. Like, it's a hard read. It's hard. He was like, I don't get people that think this is hard. I'm like, dude, this is long. It's got Russian names coming out the butt. And it's just, there's so many Oitoya and versus Totoya and shit like that. It's like every single character is like, oh yeah, but he has a nickname. Lots of names. I don't know.
I don't know. I like that one.
No,
John,
it was
Slaughterhouse 5 on that list.
It was good. No, that was way later. Ernest Hemingway wrote this because some really bad writer, not really bad, he was just like a struggling writer at the time, like found where Ernest Hemingway was living and just went and said, hey, I'm a writer and I need help writing. Can you give me advice? And so he gives him this whole, it like starts him to make this process of the book that like he later writes about writing, but he like creates like a whole bunch of tenets and stuff like that. And then a list that's like, hey, like these are the books you should read if you want to be a good writer.
And guys, that writer was named Albert Einstein.
It's like all these books are actually in German.
That writer's name was Adolf Hitler.
Whoa.
Boom. Wasn't Hemingway a Nazi though?
That's what I heard.
I wouldn't put it past Ernest Hemingway to be a little on the Reich side.
Was Hemingway like Mark Twain's like era?
Yeah, right around there.
Oh, Twain was a Nazi.
No, he wasn't.
No, he wasn't.
Twain was super liberal. But Ernest Hemingway was like an army man and all that shit, and probably didn't think the best of people of color.
I feel like he looks like a Nazi.
No, he drank a lot and was from the South, and
I actually don't even know what he looked like, but
hung out in Cuba a lot, but not like
dude, he looks like Hitler.
I mean, no, he doesn't.
Does he have the mustache?
Yeah, he has a mustache.
Come on. Hey, this guy has a mustache. He must be Hitler.
Huh.
Neat.
Cool.
Whoa, dude, there's a picture of him in the 50s? That's neat.
Yeah, because it looks like he died in 61.
What a crazy guy. But no.
Wow.
Oh, he killed himself, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see.
Interesting.
I don't know how he died. How did he die?
He gun, right? Or, I don't know, actually.
Yeah, right. I would hope it's a gun. But like, weren't we talking about Virginia Woolf not that long
Yeah,
ago?
he shot himself. Yeah.
Virginia Woolf died really metally. She killed herself really hardcore. She put rocks in her pockets and went into the water.
Oh, I like that.
Who's that?
Dude.
Was she a witch?
Virginia Woolf, man. No, she was a very popular writer. Yeah. She was very mentally disturbed. And really I mean, I gotta say, not the first method I would pick to kill myself.
No way, man.
I'd probably be on close to the last. Like drowning? No.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but if you're gonna be metal.
Yeah, I mean, if you're going hardcore, I mean, there's no other way. You got to do that. Whatever demons being summoned by the painful, muffled gurgles that you let out. Oh my god, I couldn't imagine worse. Kurt Cobain did it right.
Buried alive.
Buried alive, but I feel like buried alive is shorter, and it's almost the same thing.
No, dude.
No, it's longer. Dude. Buried alive versus drowning.
Wouldn't you suffocate?
No, I'm talking like in a coffin.
Oh no. That would be awful.
That'd be bad. Come on, dude.
Yeah, I thought you just meant a large amount of being poured all over you.
No, I would take that.
That would be pretty bad too, though.
Yeah. I don't think any of these things are really.
I'm getting kind of scared.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about all this.
Yeah. You know, it'd be a great way to die: falling through fire and water with
jumping out of a plane, dude.
No, dude.
Oh, okay. I get what you said, John. That would be pretty cool.
Yeah, right. Jumping out of a plane, so bad.
Dude, it'd be really fun until you splat.
You'd have so much time to think about it. It would feel so long.
Yeah. Exactly.
But yeah. All right. Well, we should end this here because it's been another hour. And here's the thing, though. And I think we got to come up with an outro. We got to get an outro now.
Let's do it.
That's what I'm saying. True. I think that's the next move is to look at soundboards and then an outro. And then that will be, I think that would be beautiful.
How about a toilet flushing?
No,
I like
come
that.
on. It's got to be something a little better.
That really just signals the end, you know?
It's got to be several different things because I have to be able to upload it to YouTube to get to work.
Okay. Maybe we contract that guy again.
No, I want somebody else.
Okay, how about a different ethnicity?
I want like Jake,
a very thick Asian accent.
Dude, you know what we can do? You know what's so popular? You know what we can do, dude? We can get someone on Cameo.
On what?
Oh yeah.
We can get a famous person on Cameo.
How are we gonna do that?
I could literally pay him like $25 and like Steven Seagal will say something.
Really?
Yeah. You don't know what Cameo is, dude?
No.
Who can we get?
There's like a bunch of different like semi-famous people that like will pay like $100 or whatever.
Oh, you know who we should get? Exotic Joe. Have you guys
Dude, yeah, I've seen that. And it's so amazing.
I watched like 10 minutes last night.
It's good.
So good. I sat down and I just couldn't.
It's actually really good. You should watch the whole thing, Cooper.
I will eventually. Yeah. I was busy.
But I'm talking like Steve-O, man.
Steve-O, yeah.
Oh, I'm actually
Johnny Knoxville.
You think he would have a conversation with us?
Huh?
Probably.
No, dude, not at all.
He could come on the show. Or Elijah Wood. That's who we should get.
Oh, John, could we get Elijah Wood?
Dude, I think Elijah Wood is not. I mean, I can look him up. Elijah Wood.
Please.
Dude, I doubt. I think because the thing is, I would have to tell these people like, hey, you're gonna be like the outro for the podcast. So like, I hope it's cool that we like use this to profit.
Yeah, they won't like that.
Yeah, and I don't think a lot of these people are gonna be cool with that.
Get Samwise Gamgee.
Yeah. How about one of the people in the movie who was like kind of not a huge star?
Hold on. What? We can get. There's no Elijah Wood, but there is Elijah Hood who plays for the Los Angeles Wildcats and is an XFL member.
I like that. I like that better, actually.
I like that.
You know he will.
He will do it.
Elijah Hood.
I like that a lot.
Can we get him to do like a second intro as well?
No. We would have to gotta like
Come on, Cooper. John's tight on money right now, right?
This is. If I can pull this off, it's gonna be because the thing is,
Elijah Hood.
Because we also have to not make this super like just being like a dick to this guy because his last name is just happens to be Hood instead of Wood.
Yeah, Hood is perfect.
You know, and it's perfect, and that's the thing. It's like we have to pursue it. And I mean, it's only $20, and I figured, I mean, what does he care? You know,
So what is he?
No one's listening to this.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna have to come
what's he gonna say
for something to say.
We gotta say thanks for wasting your time, fools, and that's it.
Dude, but now it's kind of gotta be. It's gotta carry us out a little bit. Like the nice
You in
thing
the hood
about
now.
the intro is like a good solid 27 seconds. Like this has to be like 30 seconds, and it could in his speaking part can just be the end. But I don't know. I'll look into this. I'll get this thing sorted because I'm loving that. I think this would be
plan.
so wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
Good plan.
We also need segments, I think.
I mean, I try. I try. Oh man, Steven Seagal is temporary unavailable. Fuck. He was doing $350, and I would
a little pricey.
For Steven Seagal though, that would be.
Elijah Hood's funnier, dude.
No, Elijah Hood's funnier to us, but like we could post people online, be like, "Hey, Steven Seagal, like we are, what's it called? Fans. I don't know, man. I mean, you can get the Chocolate Rain guy, $40.
It's pretty good too.
That's pretty good too.
This all feels very like exploitative, but I guess not. I guess this is what actors.
No, we're
should
paying
do.
them. Yeah, this is their job.
Right?
All right.
Right? I mean, I don't know.
I'd do it for $20.
Oh, you can get you know that Fox News girl, Tommy Lahren or whatever.
Oh yeah.
She's on this, and Tripp's friends got her to say happy birthday and like keep America great and all this shit to like another one of Tripp's friends who's like super liberal. Who's like a big old Democrat, and he like hated it. And they're like, "Yeah, we spent like $90 on this."
That's pretty funny, actually.
He's like, "God, I hate you guys."
Like, didn't get your birthday gift, we got you this.
I can't believe fucking there's animals on here. There's just a bunch of different animals. Wow. This is weird. I don't know. All right, let's end it here.
Sounds good, team.
Mm-hmm.
See you guys.